Hey there. So this is going to be a significant figures problem. And so there's two major rules that you have to remember for your significant figures. The addition-subtraction rule and then the multiplication-division rule. Okay. So the addition-subtraction rule, you always take the least number of decimal places. So for example, in this case right here, we have that 0.6 here. That's the least number of decimal places. And you do that because, remember, that's where the uncertainty, the error is. And so that number could, in reality, be like 4.5. It could be 4.4. We don't know. And so it could be a bit off there. And so what we do is we have this, it's displayed by our calculator. And in the case of addition subtraction, all we have to do now is just round it to this 10.9. And so that's one decimal place. And we would come down here and we'd round to 10.9 is 1, 2, 3 sig figs. And so we would come down here, round to 3 sig figs, drop our answer in there. The next one here, we would go here, over here, that's a multiplication right there. And so we would have it as the number of sig figs. And so we have to go through the sig fig rules. In this case, it's 1, 2, 3 significant figures there, 1, 2, 3, 4 significant figures there. And what does this mean? Well, this means that we take the least number of significant figures. And so we come over here and we go 3 significant figures. 1, 2, 3. Technically, we don't have to do anything else as long as we just recognize 3 sig figs. We would grab this number over here, 1.18044, and we would drop it down into the three significant figures. And that's actually the end of the problem for that one. But if we want to actually do this in the future, we would cut it off right here, and we'd do 1.18. That would be grams squared. Okay, the next one is this is a subtraction, and so we have to do that by the number of decimal places. We don't really have to worry about significant figures when we're actually figuring this rule out. So we're going to cut this off at the hundredths place, and so we come over here. The hundredths place is right there. And so if we look at this, that's a one significant figure, that's a second significant figure, that's a third significant figure, because the hundredths place would be the third significant figure there. And so this is another case where we're rounding it to the 3 significant figures. So we drop it down in there. Okay, the next one is, again, we have a division. And so we look at this, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 significant figures there. This one's more than 4 significant figures, so I don't really care. Honestly speaking, is once you find the lowest significant figure, you don't have to keep doing it, because your least number of significant figures for multiplication division, that's your number of significant figures for your answer. And so what we have to do here is we go that 0, that is not a significant figure, that's a placeholder number. That's a placeholder 0. And so that is 1 significant figure there, 2 significant figures, 3, and then this would be the 4th one right there. Not that you actually had to figure that part out again, because we just are asked the number of significant figures in this, and you drop it down into 4 sig figs right there. This is another division again. This one has 2 sig figs, this one has more than 2 sig figs, and so we are 2 sig figs there. We come down here, drop it into the 2 sig figs basket. And that's the answer to that question. Please let me know if you need any expansion on this or if you have any difficulties, okay? Thank you.